Yo, what's up, you fucking Moanyas? This is Seanstradamus, the sports genius formerly known as Sean Down. Welcome to another episode of Diary of a Man Sports Fan. Coming to you Friday, December 22nd, 2023. And I want to just hop off and letting you know what grinds my gears in the world of sports and life. Um, First, I'm going to get ready to take these. I advise y'all, I recommend anybody who got sinus problems, take these fucking Alka-Seltzer Plus Power Max gels. And shit. This shit really works. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, between spending $40 a month in Tums dealing with you assholes and whatnot, um, these are a great fucking investment. They're big ass pills, but I didn't mean to do a serious fucking television commercial on this shit. But these motherfuckers, they work for real. Don't chew them either, because it releases. One thing motherfuckers don't realize, they be like, man, I'm trying to chew any kind of medication. If you chew medication, it fucking releases the side effects. Like anything that says that it could be a side effect, when you chew the shit, it increases the probability of the side effects. So don't chew, just swallow the shit. So give me a second. Took me a second to get that shit down because it's fucking huge. Um, anyway, so on the end of the year, doing like I normally do, end of the year, hating every Chicago sports team. I mean, I hate the White Sox just because they're the White Sox. So I'll leave them out of it. The Blackhawks ain't shit. Fucking rest in peace to Rocky Wirtz. This cocksucker died this year for some reason out of nowhere and shit. I didn't even see that coming. But he's gone now. He was the only fucking saving grace of any owner in the city of Chicago that would give us a chance to win because he wasn't a complete fucking blithering idiot. Um, so rest in peace to him. Uh, then you got the Bears, who do exactly what the fuck they do every single year. Now, people are fooled by the Bears uh, having a winning streak, and even though they just lost to the Cleveland Browns and they should have won that game, but they've won like 4 out of 5 or some shit like that. They got like 5 wins on the season, and they should have like 8 and shit. But they're doing exactly what the Bears do. They lose all of the fucking important games, and then all of the games that'll increase their draft odds, the ones that they should lose, those are the ones that they win at the end of the season. It reminds me of the year 2000 when Paul Ettinger kicked the field goal in Detroit and won the game, put Detroit out of the playoffs, and it ruined both franchises because Detroit wound up firing their GM and head coach and wound up hiring Matt Miller, and this motherfucker draft and signed like 37 tight ends in a row and shit. And then it ruined the Bears because these cocksuckers had the chance to draft LaDainian Tomlinson and fucking Drew Brees instead of Anthony Thomas and David Terrell. So but they probably would have still fucked up the draft anyway. But that win, it just shows you what they do. Bears do what they do. They're going to fuck up a wet dream. If you laying there sleeping, dreaming about Tony Sweets or motherfucking Michelle Tucker, they're gonna be sitting there trying to wake you up like that. They fuck up wet dreams. That's what the Bears do. So I'm used to this right now. Like right now, I'm kind of you think I'm upset right now, but I'm actually on a lower plane than I normally would be because this shit is I've gotten used to it. I know what they're going to do. They're going to fuck it up. Jalen Johnson, the cornerback, and I believe cornerback is probably the most overrated position in not only sports but especially football, but maybe sports. Cornerback, because you're so dependent. I don't give a fuck who you are, other than Deion Sanders. If you don't get no motherfucking pressure on the quarterback, any cornerback in the league is gonna get fucking French toasted. The motherfuckers is gonna get fried. But that said, Jalen Johnson is ranked by Pro Football Focus as the #1 cornerback in the league. And guess what the Bears gonna do? Oh man, we got all this fucking money, we got all this money in the salary cap. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna let him leave as a free agent. Just like they let Roquan leave, and you're gonna have stupid fans running around like, man, we didn't need no cornerback like that though. You don't pay him. No, motherfucker. You do need those players if you draft them. No, you don't go out and sign no $20 million free agent as a corner or as a linebacker, which Roquan was. But if you draft them, you need to keep them. Because the object of the game is to draft and develop right. That's why the Bears are so fucking stupid. That's why the White Sox are so fucking stupid. Because I saw a report a couple of months ago where they were showing where assets were allocated in terms of employment within those organizations. And the Bulls and the Bears, which I'll get to in a second on the Bulls, the Bears, the Sox, all had most of their assets, employment assets allocated in ticket sales. They trying to sell tickets. When in essence, if you would take all your assets like a smart person would do and put it in research and development, hire coaches, scouts, player development, what you would do is this. You wouldn't have to sign nobody because guess what? You would be constantly drafting the best players available. And when they become time to go free agent, somebody else will come along behind them. But the Bears don't fucking do that. They draft their guys and don't re-sign them, but don't have nobody cold coming behind them. Because they're fucking stupid. All they're doing is worried about ticket sales. When they don't understand, if you one thing about sports, and that's why the reason why I hate Colin Cowherd with a fucking passion, other than the fact that he's probably the most annoying white guy in the fucking on the face of the earth, the most obnoxious. He represents what the white guy, the guys that just lie to your face, spit in your fucking face, and piss in your face, and be like, "Ooh, that was rain," and then get mad when you bust on or whatever, or say it's not. Reason what sports does not need to be sold. They're constantly trying to sell something, and you're on TV doing like this and shit with his hand. Motherfucker, people are either going to watch sports or they're not going to watch your team. Yes, maybe you should put some ads out there that will remind them that you're around because motherfuckers get busy with life and they might not remember, like, damn, I was supposed to buy some tickets to the Sox, or I was supposed to buy some tickets to the Cubs, or I was supposed to buy some tickets to the Bears. They might not remember that, so they might need to see your logo on stop on signs and shit like that. But they don't need you selling to them because people either like it or they don't. You can't sell baseball. Motherfuckers either like baseball or they say baseball is boring. If you ever notice, motherfuckers, people who watch football, people who watch basketball, they either watch it or they don't. You can't sell them on it. So why the fuck are you employing salespeople within your organization more so than scouts and coaches and fucking, you're supposed to be paying them the most money because they're the ones actually selling your product. The product on the field is selling it. When you win, it's selling it. The Cubs go to the World Series, they're the first thing on the fucking news. Not because it's been 100 years, but because it's the fucking Cubs. They're winning. The Bears, the Bulls, it's the same thing. Bulls of the 90s, they win, they lead off the news. Unless something happened to the fucking president or the governor or some shit, or the mayor, dude, that sports franchise is going to lead off the news if they're in their championship, in their respective sports. So that really fucking annoys me. The Bears are going to get a high draft pick, and they're going to do something stupid. They're going to either trade Fields or let him go, or they're going to re-sign Eberflus, or they whatever you think they're going to do, they're going to do the opposite. Like I said before, if you want them to sign Jim Harbaugh, they're going to go out and sign Jim Belushi. That's what the fuck they're going to do. They're going to do the opposite of what's right and what you want. So I'm resigned to that. Bulls. I really don't even watch the Bulls that much no more. They're winning lately. I keep up with them because I gamble on FanDuel and shit, so I have to keep up with them by default. But they annoy me. they've annoyed me ever since they signed Dwayne Wade back in 2016. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not. Because they always said Chicago kid. That David Kaplan shit. Chicago kid. I don't give a fuck about no Chicago kids. Patrick Beverly going to be signing here next because he's a Chicago kid. They always got something to sell. I don't nobody give a fuck. Who can win? That's all. I don't care if the motherfuckers from Nome, Alaska or fucking Ireland. Can they win? But what blows me about the pool, they signed the stupidest and draft the stupidest and trade for the stupidest fucking players. Now everybody's having up in arms about Zach LaVine because they're winning without Zach LaVine on the court, which to me is not a coincidence. But I've never been a Zach LaVine fan anyway, and he completely lost me. Well, I don't know if it was this year or if it was the end of last year when they were down 3 points at the end of the game under 5 seconds ago. This motherfucker went in for a 2-point shot. It was like, yeah. After I'm like, nigga. And you know, there are people out there that say that sports is scripted. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If sports is fucking scripted, and they had to be a script like that, I'm gonna do just like they say on the internet. Get somebody else to do that shit. You never had me looking like a fucking Nimrod. He's out there jumping up and down, happy, shooting a 2-point shot, down 3. Like, motherfucker, okay, so I majored in math, and I'm like, nigga, X plus Y is not equaling Z in this situation. Like, what the fuck is going on? What is really going on? So the Bulls are they're just whatever. They ain't gonna never be shit until Reinsdorf is gone. The Bears ain't never gonna be shit until that old cat-faced bitch McCaskey is gone. It's just, dude, it's ridiculous. And the Cubs are the fucking Cubs. They're happy that they won in 2016 and they're gonna live off that forever. They went out and signed Craig Counsell. We signed Craig Counsell. I'm like, nigga, let's not start sucking each other's dicks quite yet. Like they said in Pulp Fiction. Dude, I am one to believe that in baseball and in football, the head coach is way more important than most people give them credit for. Than any other sport. Baseball manager, football coach. But you still have to have good players to win. They ain't signed no motherfucking players. You're not finna win the Kentucky Derby riding a fucking mule. And you're not finna win the Indy 500 on the fucking big wheel. It's just not gonna happen. Who the fuck are you saying? You gotta acquire somebody. I don't care if you draft them, sign them, trade them, for however you get some fucking players in here. Craig Counsell is not going to close out the game in the 9th inning for you. Craig Counsell is not going to be your leadoff hitter. Craig Counsell is not going to cover the hole at first base. What the fuck are you doing? It's almost January. You niggas ain't even signed nobody. So, you know what? There you have it. I finally got a haircut. I didn't want to shoot an episode before I got a haircut. I was taking pictures and shit at my uncle's repast and shit last Saturday without a haircut, looking like Denzel Washington. He got game and shit. Because his douchebag legs always got to be in and out of town, like he fucking running from the law. But I got a haircut, so I want to bless you all with my presence before the year was over. So there you have it. Another episode of Diary of a Man Sports Fan. If you like the comment, if you didn't, go fuck your mother. Peace and hair grease.